make sense. I just want to scream that from the top of the roof. You can't just look at numbers from a demographer who has a viewpoint from 30,000 feet onto a flat map.
Parents and community members from the Kyrene School District sounding off during a recent meeting after school officials announced it was considering closing 9 schools across the district for several reasons. And a demographer could help them pick which ones. This is a reality we have tracked here at 12 News after the closure of schools in more districts, including Cave Creek Unified, Isaac and Roosevelt, just to name a few. Kyrene, just the very latest. So joining us live this morning to talk more about it is the superintendent of the Kyrene School District, Laura Tenya. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. I mean, this puts everyone in a really tough position. I mean, we're talking administrators, the students, the staff, the parents, right? I mean, can you explain how we got here? How did we even end up in this conversation of closing 9 schools possibly?
Yes, thank you. You know, it's a really deeply emotional and very delicate topic, right, to talk about. And we have been on a declining enrollment for decades now, so this is nothing new. We've been seeing declining enrollment. Kyrene was built for 20,000 students with 25 schools. We now have 12,000, and we're expected to be anywhere from 10 to 11,000 in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
The last time we were at 12,000 students, we had 14 schools. We currently have 25. So we're right now at about a 50% utilization rate of our buildings.
I mean, you're talking nearly half of the students that you were planning to have. Any idea, or can you explain some of the reasons why you have this declining enrollment?
Yeah, so there's a multitude of reasons. Some of them the demographer has explained to our committee. You know, it's declining birth rates, it's an aging population, especially in Kyrene. Our area is landlocked, there is no room for growth, and our homes are pretty expensive.
I was going to say housing affordability.
Yeah, people don't turn over their homes, you know, and then you couple that with, we definitely saw a decline after COVID, and we never did quite see our enrollment recuperate. And then also, you know, school vouchers and charter schools in Arizona have really taken a toll on public education.
Well, so interesting you say that. I mean, with losing students in at your district, how much public funding are you losing after those students have left?
I don't know the exact dollar amount, but you know, we lose about 500 students a year. So it's significant.
Yeah, it is significant. And I mean, 9 schools, that could be a lot. I mean, you talked about having 25, but closing 9 schools, won't that put more pressure on the classrooms that they're going to be going to? I mean, we're talking potentially bigger class sizes and then less positions. I mean, could layoffs then be in the future?
So actually, consolidating schools allows us to maintain our current class sizes because we would have better resource schools. We're better able to maximize our dollars. And so just putting more kids in a school doesn't mean we have to change our class size targets. You know, like I said, our schools are at 50% utilization rate. If we were to consolidate down and close 9 schools, we'd be at closer to 80% utilization.
Well, I want to hear this from this woman right now because she works at Murata, who is one of the schools that could potentially close down as well. She's sounding off about this at a recent rally. Take a listen.
I've been working at Murata since 2000, and this has been my home, away from home. And this community is one that you cannot replicate.
Yeah, she says, you know, essentially that you can't replicate her community and that school and what they have there. So it's really hard for them. And so I also want to get to, because we're running out of time here, is a school that's not on the possible closure list is actually Kyrene de la Sierra, which has been in the headlines for other reasons as well. Air quality levels, shutting down the school temporarily, and concerned parents, I mean, they were really upset. Let's take a listen to what one dad had to say.
They continued to do work and then sucked all of those fumes through vents just like that and poisoned our kids for up to 11 hours a day with no recess, no fresh air. God, it makes me sick.
So now we know this closure, superintendent, is going to last until winter break. I mean, who's responsible for what happened there?
So really it's on the roofing company that did not cover the vents that needed to be covered that allowed some of those VOCs to get into the air. But we've done multiple air quality tests. Everything is fine. There was asbestos testing done. Everything is fine with that. And so we've decided, because the kids were already over at the other school and settled, let's go ahead and let the roofing project finish now.
Okay.
And then we will move them back over as soon as the project's done.
Okay. Are there any last words that you would like to say here before we have to wrap up? I mean, it is really tough right now for so many of our districts. As I mentioned, you're facing some really difficult decisions.
You know, I think this is a very hard discussion, obviously closing schools, but the reality is we want to put our money in our programs and our people, not our buildings. And so in order to have the very best resource schools and make sure all of our students in the district have what they need, and great schools like Murata, when they merge together, can create great, environments for our children, we think this is the very best way to go.
Well, again, a reality that we're seeing across so many districts in the Valley. Kyrene School District Superintendent Laura Tenyas, thank you so much for being here.